There's something surprising many adults over 65 never hear. Some vegetables can help your legs stay strong, support circulation, and protect your balance. But others, even ones that look perfectly healthy, may quietly work against your body. Over time, they can contribute to stiffness, weaker circulation in the legs, and a greater risk of losing stability while walking. And here's the difficult part: these changes rarely happen overnight. They happen slowly, so slowly that most people don't notice until walking feels heavier, climbing stairs becomes harder, or balance doesn't feel as steady as it used to. If you're over 65, protecting your legs isn't just about comfort, it's about independence. Strong legs help you stay active, move confidently, and continue enjoying the everyday freedoms that make life meaningful. And that's why what you eat each day matters more than most people realize. Today, we're going to talk about 6 vegetables, 3 that can support your strength, circulation, and stability as you age, and 3 that many seniors may want to limit, especially if they're concerned about inflammation, joint stiffness, or circulation in the legs. Some of these vegetables are already sitting in your kitchen, and one of them, the last one we'll discuss later, surprises many people because it's one of the most commonly eaten foods in the world. But first, let's start with a vegetable that researchers and nutrition experts consistently praise for supporting healthy aging. Vegetable number 1, broccoli. Among the many vegetables available today, broccoli stands out as one of the most supportive foods for aging bodies. It may not look impressive, but inside those small green florets are compounds that work quietly to support several systems in the body. One of the most important is a compound called sulforaphane. Sulforaphane has been widely studied for its role in supporting the body's natural defense systems. As we get older, low-level inflammation can gradually increase throughout the body. This kind of inflammation often develops silently. You may not feel it right away, but over time it can affect joints, muscles, blood vessels, and even the nervous system. Broccoli helps support the body's natural response to this process. Sulforaphane activates protective pathways that help the body process and remove certain harmful substances. This may help support healthier blood vessels and more balanced inflammatory responses. For older adults, this matters especially for circulation. Healthy circulation helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to muscles, including the muscles in your legs. When muscles receive proper circulation, they tend to feel stronger and more responsive. Walking may feel smoother, balance may feel more reliable, and everyday movement becomes easier. Broccoli also contains vitamin K, calcium, and several antioxidants that support bone strength. After 65, maintaining bone density becomes increasingly important. Strong bones help protect against fractures and injuries if a fall occurs, and that protection becomes more valuable with each passing year. Another benefit of broccoli is that it supports heart and blood vessel health. Healthy arteries help maintain proper blood flow to the lower body, and when circulation is working well, the legs and feet tend to feel warmer, stronger, and more stable. Preparation makes a difference, however. Broccoli is best lightly steamed for a few minutes. Overcooking it for long periods may reduce some of its beneficial compounds. When it remains bright green and slightly firm, many of its nutrients stay intact. A simple cup of broccoli added to lunch or dinner a few times per week can be a very supportive habit. It's one of those small choices that can quietly support the body for years. But broccoli is only the beginning. There is another leafy vegetable that may be even more powerful for circulation and brain health, and it's one that many people already recognize. Let's talk about that next. Vegetable number 2, spinach. Spinach is sometimes treated like a simple salad ingredient, something light, something ordinary. But for adults over 65, spinach can play a much more important role than most people realize. This leafy green contains natural nitrates, and these compounds help the body produce something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide plays an important role in the body because it helps blood vessels relax and widen. When blood vessels are more flexible, circulation improves. And improved circulation means oxygen and nutrients can travel more efficiently to different parts of the body. This is particularly important for the legs. Many older adults begin to experience slower circulation over time. When that happens, the muscles in the legs may receive less oxygen. This can lead to fatigue, slower reflexes, and a heavier feeling while walking. Spinach may help support the body's ability to maintain healthy circulation. And when circulation improves, muscles tend to function more efficiently. Walking can feel more stable. Steps may feel more confident, and overall mobility may feel easier. But spinach does more than support circulation. It also contains nutrients that support brain health. One of these nutrients is lutein. Lutein is an antioxidant that accumulates in the brain and in the eyes. Researchers studying nutrition and aging have noticed something interesting. Older adults who consume higher amounts of lutein often perform better on certain cognitive tests compared to those who consume less. This doesn't mean spinach is a miracle food, but it does mean that regular intake may help support mental sharpness as we age. Spinach also contributes to eye health. Vision plays an enormous role in balance and coordination. When eyesight declines, the risk of missteps and falls increases. Spinach contains lutein and zeaxanthin, two nutrients that support the health of the macula, the central area of the eye responsible for detailed vision. Protecting vision helps protect independence. Being able to see clearly supports driving, reading, walking safely, and recognizing faces, all things that contribute to quality of life. Preparation, again, matters. Spinach can be eaten raw, but lightly sautéing it in olive oil may make some nutrients easier for the body to absorb. Blending it into soups, eggs, or smoothies is also a gentle way to include it regularly. Even a small handful each day can contribute valuable nutrients. Simple habits like this may not feel dramatic in the moment, but over months and years, they can quietly support the systems that help us stay active and independent. And that leads us to the third vegetable, one that is often associated with vision health, but its benefits go far beyond eyesight. Vegetable number 3, carrots. Carrots are one of the most familiar vegetables in the world. They're sweet, crunchy, and easy to include in almost any meal. But their real value becomes especially important later in life. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene. The body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A. Vitamin A plays a key role in maintaining healthy vision. For adults over 65, vision becomes one of the most important factors in maintaining independence. Clear eyesight supports safe driving. It helps prevent falls, and it allows people to stay active in daily life. But carrots support more than just eyesight. They also contain antioxidants that help support nerve health. Communication between the brain and the muscles relies on healthy nerve signals. When those signals remain strong, the body can respond quickly to changes in balance or movement. That quick response helps prevent stumbles. It helps maintain coordination, and it allows walking to feel smoother and more natural. Carrots also contain fiber that helps support stable blood sugar levels. Stable blood sugar is important for maintaining steady energy. Large spikes and drops in blood sugar can leave people feeling weak or fatigued. And when energy levels fluctuate, balance and muscle coordination may also suffer. Carrots are simple but powerful. They can be eaten raw, lightly steamed, or shredded into salads. Many people also enjoy them blended into soups or smoothies. Just 1 or 2 carrots a day can add meaningful nutrients to a meal. And small habits like this can accumulate over time. They quietly support the systems that help us walk, think, and move confidently. But while some vegetables support strength and mobility, others may not be as supportive for aging bodies. Some vegetables contain compounds that may contribute to inflammation or interfere with certain bodily processes. For some older adults, limiting these foods may help support joint comfort and circulation. Let's talk about the first one. Now that we've talked about 3 vegetables that can support strength and circulation as we age, let's shift to the other side of the conversation. Because healthy aging isn't only about what we include in our meals. Sometimes it's also about what we choose to limit. Some vegetables contain natural compounds that certain people, especially older adults, may react to more strongly. This doesn't mean these foods are harmful for everyone, but for some individuals, they may contribute to inflammation, digestive discomfort, or circulation challenges over time. And when inflammation quietly increases in the body, joints, muscles, and blood vessels can all be affected. That's why awareness matters. Let's start with the first vegetable that some older adults may want to approach more carefully. Vegetable to limit number one, eggplant. Eggplant is colorful, versatile, and commonly used in many cuisines. At first glance, it appears to be a very healthy vegetable. It's low in calories and contains fiber and antioxidants. But eggplant also belongs to a group of plants known as the nightshade family. Nightshade vegetables contain natural compounds that help protect the plant itself from pests. One of these compounds is called solanine. For many people, solanine causes no noticeable issues. However, some individuals, particularly those with sensitive joints or digestive systems, may react differently. Certain research suggests that compounds found in nightshade vegetables may contribute to inflammatory responses in sensitive individuals. For older adults who already experience joint stiffness, muscle discomfort, or arthritis, reducing foods that potentially trigger inflammation may be helpful. When inflammation affects joints and connective tissue, mobility can gradually become more difficult. Simple movements like standing up, walking across a room, or climbing stairs may begin to feel heavier. Sometimes these changes happen slowly enough that people don't immediately connect them to dietary habits. But paying attention to how the body responds to certain foods can provide useful insight. Eggplant can still be enjoyed occasionally. However, some people notice that limiting it, especially if they experience joint discomfort, helps them feel more comfortable and mobile. If you enjoy eggplant, you might experiment with reducing it for a few weeks and observing how your body responds. Small adjustments like this often reveal what works best for your individual needs. But eggplant is only one example. Another vegetable that may deserve a closer look is one that appears in salads, stir-fries, and many everyday dishes. And many people assume it is always a healthy choice. Let's talk about that next. Vegetable to limit number two, green bell peppers. Green bell peppers are bright, crisp, and commonly used in many kitchens. They add flavor and color to meals. But like eggplant, green bell peppers also belong to the nightshade family, and for some individuals, this category of vegetables may contribute to digestive irritation or low-level inflammation. Green bell peppers also contain compounds known as lectins. Lectins are naturally occurring proteins found in many plants. In large amounts, they may interfere with digestion in sensitive individuals. For older adults whose digestive systems may already be more delicate, this can sometimes lead to subtle changes in comfort or nutrient absorption. The effects are not always dramatic. Often they appear gradually. A person might notice increased stiffness in the morning, or a slight tingling sensation in the feet, or a feeling that balance is not quite as stable as it used to be. These changes can have many possible causes, but inflammation and circulation may play a role. Another detail many people overlook is that green bell peppers are actually the unripe version of red, yellow, or orange peppers. As peppers ripen, their nutrient content changes. Fully ripened peppers tend to contain higher levels of certain antioxidants compared to green ones. Because of this, some nutrition experts suggest choosing red, orange, or yellow peppers more often than green ones. They offer similar flavor with potentially greater nutritional benefits. Cooking peppers can reduce some lectin activity, but individuals who are sensitive to nightshade vegetables may still prefer limiting them. The goal isn't fear. The goal is awareness. Understanding how different foods interact with the body allows each person to make informed choices that support comfort and mobility. But there is one more vegetable that deserves special attention, and it's one that many people eat almost every week. In fact, it's one of the most common foods served at family dinners across the country. Let's talk about it. Vegetable to limit number 3, white potatoes. White potatoes are deeply connected to comfort and tradition. Mashed potatoes at family dinners, baked potatoes served warm alongside a meal, crispy fries enjoyed at restaurants. For many people, potatoes feel familiar and comforting. But for adults over 65, they may not always be the best choice for daily meals. White potatoes contain a large amount of rapidly digestible carbohydrates. These carbohydrates can cause blood sugar levels to rise quickly after eating. At first, this may not seem like a serious concern, but repeated spikes in blood sugar can place stress on the body over time. When blood sugar rises rapidly and frequently, it may contribute to inflammation and strain small blood vessels throughout the body. For older adults, this can be particularly important. Healthy circulation plays a key role in maintaining strength and sensation in the legs and feet. When circulation becomes less efficient, muscles may receive less oxygen and nutrients. Over time, this can contribute to fatigue, numbness, or instability while walking. High glycemic foods like white potatoes may also influence the flexibility of blood vessels. Healthy arteries are flexible and able to adjust to changes in blood flow. But when arteries become stiff, circulation can gradually become less efficient. Some people begin to notice colder feet, cramping in the legs, or a feeling of heaviness while walking. These changes may develop slowly, making them easy to overlook at first. Another factor is how potatoes are often prepared. Many potato dishes include butter, cream, oils, or large amounts of salt. These additions can increase calorie intake and place additional strain on heart health. For individuals managing blood pressure or circulation concerns, this combination may not be ideal. It's also worth noting that white potatoes contain fewer antioxidants compared to many colorful vegetables. Vegetables with deeper colors, such as spinach, broccoli, and carrots, often contain plant compounds that support the body's natural defense systems. This doesn't mean potatoes must be eliminated entirely, but choosing them less frequently and focusing more on nutrient-rich vegetables may better support long-term health. Sometimes the most helpful dietary changes are not about removing foods completely. They are about balance. Replacing certain foods with more nutrient-dense options can make a meaningful difference over time. The bigger picture. As we grow older, our bodies respond more strongly to the habits we practice each day. Small daily choices begin to carry more weight. The foods we eat influence circulation, muscle strength, energy levels, and even mental clarity. And when it comes to mobility, protecting the legs becomes one of the most important priorities. Strong legs support independence. They allow us to move freely, visit loved ones, travel, and enjoy everyday activities. And maintaining that strength often begins with simple choices on the plate. Adding vegetables like broccoli, spinach, and carrots can support the systems that keep the body moving. At the same time, paying attention to foods that may contribute to inflammation or blood sugar spikes can help reduce unnecessary strain on the body. Healthy aging rarely comes from dramatic changes. It comes from consistency. Small habits practiced day after day. A cup of vegetables with dinner, a balanced plate, a thoughtful approach to what we eat. Over time, these habits build a strong foundation, and that foundation supports the ability to continue living life actively and independently. A simple reflection. Take a moment to think about your own meals. Which vegetables appear most often on your plate? Are there small changes you might try this week? Maybe adding a serving of spinach? Maybe choosing broccoli as a side dish? Maybe replacing a potato dish with something more colorful and nutrient-rich? Small adjustments like these can gradually support the body's natural resilience, and over time, those small choices often lead to meaningful improvements in how we feel. If you found this information helpful, feel free to share this video with someone who might benefit from it. Many people over 60 are looking for simple ways to support their health and independence, and sometimes the most helpful advice is the kind that focuses on everyday habits. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy learning about practical strategies that support healthy aging. Each week, we explore simple ways to support mobility, memory, circulation, and overall well-being after 60. Take good care of yourself. Your body has carried you through a lifetime of experiences, and the choices you make today can help support many more healthy years ahead.